Thanks, Brad.
Guys,
As long as I can remember. And over the past 16 years, these games have come a long way. From 1942 to Battlefield I've been a part of. Telling all of you about Battlefield 5.
Fuck you, Nick
Get
Dog.
up, ready to go. My squad's out there, so let's
Alright, I'm
deploy because
recording.
we are live in London. Let's get the show started.
I'm gonna beat this motherfucker's brains in.
Oh my god, it's World War I!
Oh my god! Guys, look at that game we were playing!
I distinctly remember playing this video game.
1,000 hours, you know.
Oh, look,
it's my favorite game. This is my game.
Oh yeah, bro. Fucking Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Back to pick you, my niggas.
Oh my god, Minecraft!
I wonder if we're gonna show Battlefield Heroes, are they?
Is that Star Wars?
Someone get this kid out of here. You're too
No,
bad.
get out of here,
Jack.
Go do your homework.
They didn't show fucking Battlefield Heroes. I am disappointed.
Battlefield play for free.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
there you go.
They did show it.
Told you.
Fucking PogChamp.
God damn it.
Welcome everyone to the Battlefield 5 live reveal. I'm your host for this evening, Trevor Noah, and I'm so excited.
Why does
to be
this
here
dude sound like he has
introducing
a
this
dick
new
in his
edition
mouth
of
all the
Battlefield,
time?
which for some reason everyone has already
Maybe he has
assumed
a
is
butt plug
Battlefield
in.
5.
Battlefield veteran?
Fuck
Fuck out of here,
Tell us about it.
Yeah, I do love that fans on Twitter are actually changing the V's in their
Alright, let's
profiles
keep the
for this
talking
game,
to a
something my
minimum
mother
moving
did
forward,
many years
please.
ago, ahead of the curve. And most people don't know this, but the V in my name is actually a 5. Yeah, my name is
I'm gonna
actually
kick this
pronounced
dude's ass.
5 or
That's one
Noah.
bad joke. I'm keeping it down.
Very
Alright,
As a huge fan of these games, I've always
CLB,
loved how
you guys
captivating
wanna go
Battlefield is.
beat
And
some
today, you'll see
motherfucking
that
ass?
Battlefield 5 has the most immersive battlefield ever.
I don't
If
even
you've ever been
identify
in a
as
battle with
CLB.
me, you know that
I am
I'm the most
Castigator
dedicated
45.
support class you will ever meet. I'm in the mud.
he's a
tanks.
bipod hero.
You know, I'm laying down mines and tank rushers come
Trevor
in.
knows a
One time,
fucking
Laying
bipod.
down mines.
Piece
as a
of
support
shit.
player? Are you
But I'm sticking with it.
stupid?
Because you see, I love that glorious joy of being the uncelebrated hero in a battle. And this game is going to have tons of moments like that. There are so many new and exciting features coming to you in Battlefield
I'm gonna
5
kick this
that
dude's
you
ass.
will learn about today. The next level of large-scale multiplayer, Battlefield 5 single-player war stories, and we'll start showing you the epic post-launch journey all players will experience when the game is finally released. And you know, we've got some other surprises, so why waste time? Let's get straight into it and get the show started. I'm joined now by the producers of
Gameplay
Battlefield
mode,
5, Andreas Morel,
weapons
Ryan
and
McCarthy,
vehicles,
and Lars Gustafsson,
fortifications.
everybody.
Oh my. What should we box with microtransactions?
Man, fortifications. Give me my building.
I'm not here as a professional.
The guy on the
anything.
right
I'm
needs
here
to have
as a
his face
gamer.
punched for
I'm
laying
here as a
dice
Battlefield
to dilapidate
player.
what
To
it
ask
has.
any
Why is he
questions
so
I'm
red?
interested in. You have made a horrible
Why not?
mistake. I knew it. I told you.
Stares lifelessly into the mic, or stares
You are
lifelessly into the
taking
camera.
players
Thanks,
back
Trevor
to
Noah.
where the Battlefield franchise started, World War II. Now, at this point, are you like those guys, you know, those elderly pilots that they find on an island in the Pacific?
fucking hate these
who think that
people.
The war never ended. Is that who you are right now?
Can they not just show us the game?
It did. It ended.
Trying to make this funny or some shit.
We tried to bring it to you gently, Lars.
But Lars, why go back to that now?
I mean, what a dick
To be
tease.
honest with you, it's really. I mean, we yearned for years to go back to where it all started about 16 years ago, and you know, technology.
You
didn't want to go there.
It's
but-
not. It's
so
not.
much
It's
experience
fucking.
that
It's World War II.
This is really the game.
Yeah, we knew.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just want to see the
Oh.
fucking trailer.
It's really
Exactly.
The guys back home in
Yeah,
Texas
returning to
are
World War
really
II.
passionate about the whole era.
I like how he says, "Oh, we wanted to go back to that era." No, you
It was
didn't.
there.
Fucking EA made you.
Mr. Battlefield, that's Lars's nickname, by the way.
that's
Call of Duty did it.
Known as Madame Battlefields. Now, players have experienced World War
Desert
II in
warfare
so many movies and in games.
No.
Sinai Desert,
Modern
28.
Warfare
Come up with
confirmed.
new and fresh
Camel
content.
jockeys,
What do you
Arabs
bring
confirmed.
with this version of Battlefield, Andreas?
Look at that
Will this
bridge.
be
Holy
more
shit.
Get your
Saving
fez,
Private Ryan
boys.
or Inglourious
Yeah,
Basterds?
guys, can we get Sinai Desert,
We
1942?
play the games. We've
Lol.
been there. I'm pretty sure at least I can navigate.
Never before seen
Guy's
Patrol.
like spazzing his eyes. Ugh.
So for us, going back to
dude's
where it
tweaking,
all
dude.
began for us,
No
it's
doubt.
really about delivering World War II experience.
That blink though. That blink though.
His eyeballs are
moist.
Oh my God.
You guys are unreal.
Did he just fucking take a highball before getting on camera? Oh my gosh.
That's what it looks like.
Snort that shite.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, yes.
Go
Hitler's
home.
buzzsaw, boys.
Scandinavia, it's kind of our home turf, but in Norway. Or rugged deserts,
it's this one. It's this one.
Oh my god.
Stop
I'm
it.
Stop.
Stop.
Operation Locker.
Once a beautiful
Oh, it's Hitler.
Yes, man.
to take you on a journey. And we want to do this with a
Dude, that concept
kind of
art.
fresh and modern take. So really, hopefully, surprise the players, but also to please.
Surprised with bugs and glitches? Yay.
Yeah.
And so many words come to my mind. I mean, intense, immense, powerful. Ryan,
Cucked.
do you have a specific
All
hope
buzz.
that
I
players
actually
see
legitimately hope that
I
the
think
war
best
stories
way
are
we can
good.
describe it is
Same.
immersive. I mean, this needs to feel
There are a
like
lot
the
of
most
heroes of
immersive
World War
battlefield
II
that
that have
players
their,
ever
that
played.
need their
I mean,
stories
we
told.
want them to explore
Yes.
the
Don't
battlefield.
worry,
in
they'll
ways
just
they've
tell-
never
they'll
been
talk
able
about
to
the
before.
allies.
I mean,
They'll
when you
never
look at
talk
the
about the Germans.
chaotic multiplayer that the
Fuck
French
yeah.
are
The
doing.
only
reason I've
Sergeant
never been a
York.
fan of like this type of like
some of the new modes
like
that
when
the
they
guys are
sit
working
around
on
and they
Airborne.
talk about everything because it's all
You
just
know, we're going
fluffing.
back to
Like
the
I
war
mean, you
stories
can sit
that,
here and you can tell us whatever
anthology
you want, but
storytelling
it
that we
doesn't
have
make
on
a
There goes.
we
difference.
built in
Like,
the F1 and telling new stories about men and women that change history.
Yep.
I mean, we get to tell everyone today that the co-op is back in Battlefield 5.
The airborne dude looks badass.
And this is just
Kinda
the beginning.
does.
I mean,
They had to make the Americans the most badass looking, you know?
on a journey
Of
from
course.
Is Warpaint gonna be a microtransaction?
Where's my Japs at?
Oh, that's Warpaint. I thought that was
Exactly.
glue on his face.
how the maps in the world was
I saw
constantly changing.
concept art for the Japanese, so I would expect that they're gonna have some.
When looking at
First look
Exactly.
at 21 minutes.
21 minutes, really?
Oh,
Fuck you.
God.
We're really building a
I knew it was
Damn,
going to be a
I'll smoke
half
some
hour of Trevor Noah dicking around.
Yeah,
I knew
but
it.
they're gonna go through all of these topics on the sidebar before they even get to the trailer. So hold on.
The only thing I'm holding on to right now is my cock.
What is the
These guys
company?
need to do better.
Take it off my pants.
Be better.
The bad company?
Probably Dice is my guess.
Yeah, sadly.
I'm genuinely
Doors.
excited. I have a few highlights that I'm looking forward to. Let's
Do you
dive
see-
into it.
Anybody got a...
Alright, everybody shut the fuck up. This is actually where we get to the meat.
In Battlefield
Get to my
5,
meat.
we're expanding the toolbox for the player, giving you access to new abilities to create your own and brand new Battlefield moments. Now there's a deeper connection between the player and the world around you. You will be physically pushed by the shockwaves from explosions. You can experience completely new ways to traverse and tactically maneuver across the battlefield with our overhauled movement system.
Am I gonna get stuck on ledges?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Chunks of masonry hanging from destroyed buildings, or have high caliber rounds ripped straight through walls to take out enemies.
Bullet penetration.
We're also bringing back classic modes, such as Majority Rule Conquest. We
Good.
also have new modes and experiences for our unique take on World War II. We're bringing back operations with a bang.
Yes.
We're calling it
Grand operations.
Very good.
Here, you'll experience multiple game modes as you fight over multiple maps, all wrapped within our narrative journey through historically inspired battles from World War II. With the return of our anthology format for single-player war stories, with new characters to meet and untold stories to discover. Back to you, Trevor.
Fuck off, Trevor.
Daniel just talked about a new multiplayer experience called
Yeah, let's go
Grand
back to Daniel. Fuck.
Operations. And I'm really excited because it sounds to me like you can.
Was
pilot
anybody
a
in
giant
doubt
grand
that we were
piano
not gonna get
like a tank.
operations?
Pilot a
pretty certain
giant
that's what it
grand
is,
piano
right,
up
Andreas?
that dude's
I'm
ass.
not sure about the piano, but it's definitely massive. It's
Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
power fantasies from World War II, like airborne being power dropped in, and it's operations from Battlefield 1, but bigger. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, what we want players to feel like is sort of a dynamic player-impacted experience, taking place over 4 fictional days. I mean, day 1 starts with you jumping out of an airplane and with the objective to destroy the enemy artillery, with that enemy sort of entrenching themselves to defend and protect. And depending on how the outcome of day 1 goes for you, as the two main forces start to battle over day 2 in a game of breakthrough, with the number of lives you have left remaining, depending on what you did the day before. And then as you continue to push on into new locations, we're going to see things like Conquest Assault, where players continue to fight for that terrain. And assuming, you know, when we see these players end up in a giant stalemate, then they're going to enter day 4, which is Final Stand. And I mean, this is sort of tired, muddy, no resources left. You've got just you, your squad, and one clip, and you all fight to the last man standing with the weight of the world on your shoulders.
So
That's
this is a game
fucking
mode that
dank.
you may never see if your games are not in a stalemate. You may never get to that 4th
Damn.
map and 4th story then.
Exactly.
That's an exciting way to play the game. I want to know when we can see more of that.
2 weeks. EA Play,
Yeah, me
Los
too.
Angeles. You get hands-on multiplayer for the first time if you're there.
So even the reveal of Grand Operations spans across multiple events. Wow, nice one, guys. I have to say, I heard you guys say that co-op is back, and that's one of my favorite aspects of Battlefield 1.
that's pretty
Lars,
cool.
can you tell me more about that mode?
I definitely can. I mean, I'm happy to say that for the first time since Battlefield 3, co-op is back, and we're
Good.
calling it Combined Arms. And here it's yet another way to experience that Battlefield sandbox, you know, next to our war stories and the multiplayer. And what we want to do here is to allow you and up to 3 players to go online and step into those shoes of the Pathfinders, those paratroopers that go in behind enemy lines. And here you really only have the soldier next to you, maybe not Brian, but
Yeah, I mean,
the soldier next to you to rely upon as you move forward, since, you know, getting detected might mean death. And you will soon be struck by resource scarcity. You need to find the tools and find your way to the objective. So stakes are high, and you need to kind of assess, can I push through, or do we need to extract early? It's kind of win or lose. It's up to you.
I've been a huge fan of war stories, the single-player campaign in Battlefield 1. What I truly enjoyed about it was I felt like I was learning about the stories behind the war and playing through the stories of the war.
fuck
It didn't
off.
always end well. And what I loved is because of that history element, like for instance, I told my little brother, I said, hey, if mom ever catches you playing, just say this is a history class that you're doing on the console. And then what I'll do is I'll tell my mom he was going to do that so she would know that I was always her favorite.
Dude, how old are you?
What was great was seeing this story. Lars, like, how is single player going to change in Battlefield 5?
Don't tell this to my kids. Well, are they changing? I mean, to me, I'm happy that you like the war stories. And for us, the war stories are really our opportunity to put the war into perspective. It's really about those human and untold stories of the war. And we try to portray those kind of real and relatable people facing epic
That's
warfare.
Italy.
It's Battlefield after all, so we'll be talking a lot here today about the gameplay improvements. So
It's a zombie.
player agency is key, so you can create your own Battlefield moments. And
Zombies
at the
confirmed.
bottom line, it's about allowing you to witness the Second World War, but through the eyes of the men and women that changed the world.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see here, I mean, this is one of the war stories that we're going to be talking about first. I mean, this is our Nordlys story.
Yeah.
This is the story of a young woman who
French
is part of the
resistance.
Norwegian resistance fighters
Damn.
fighting the German occupation during World War II. I mean, this is an exploration of emotion and feelings. It's a family story. Right? You know, and this not only sort of really grounds
For the
the
whole
players in
family.
reality, but sort of sets the context.
German
of
war
what
story.
Women
we're
can
doing.
war too because they're strong.
It's not often that
okay.
you find stories
Have some
that connect
respect.
with the
It's a family
emotions
story.
of the characters
It's a
instead of
fun
just
for the whole
focusing on
family.
explosions and the gunfire. You see
Exactly,
that look in
gas
her
the whole
eyes. You wanna
family.
know
What?
What she's thinking,
Oh,
what she's
no.
experiencing in that story. Why was it so important for you to focus on the people behind the stories from war?
Well, I think it's important to tell, you know, sort of believable and sort of honest stories and really sort of set the context and sort of maintain that connection to the world that we're trying to create. I think it's important for people to understand where we're coming from and what our particular take is on World War II.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go back to Daniel now to cover what you'll take to the battlefield with you.
In Battlefield 5, we're aiming to mirror the immense arsenal of the Second World War. This was a period that saw an explosion in terms of innovation when it comes to weapons and vehicles. You will get to fly iconic airplanes, engage in incredible tank battles, and also unleash secret weapons from World War II. Weapons that are powerful enough to turn the tide of any battle.
Oh,
With the new fortifications,
Hellriegel,
system,
1942.
you can be more strategic
Wonderwaf.
than ever in how you
Wunderwaffe,
choose
yeah.
to defend or advance through the terrain. Back to you guys.
Oh, Wunderwaffe. Okay.
You know, in playing Battlefield, I know everyone in the audience will agree.
My
with me,
moist
people at home
nugget.
as well. I've always been impressed by the level of realism
my moist nugget.
in the game. I remember once I was playing with a friend.
Did you guys
who
hear
was in
that?
Special Forces, and we were talking about our favorite guns, and I was talking
had a
about the
marksman
recoil
scope.
and what I liked about the sights versus other
I
guns.
just saw a red
And he
dot
turned to me
sight
at one point and he
attachments
said, "Oh, where did you
confirmed."
serve?" And I felt embarrassed because
I just saw
"Oh,
gold
Battlefield
skin.
3,
Skins
that's
confirmed.
where I was.
Skins
And
confirmed,
instead of
yep.
him being angry, he was like, "I didn't know that there was a game that was that immersive,
Microtransaction
something that
camouflage
really
on
was
rifle.
true to real without
yes.
being a war
Always make
simulation
class
as
prep.
possible."
Become the bush
Guys, tell me
Wookiee
about
you've
some of
always
your
wanted to
favorite
be.
Weapons
For
in the
only
game, some of the new vehicles that will be
99.99.
available in Battlefield 5.
I think at first, just by going back to this era, we can the pool of hardware that we can choose
Stop.
from is
So
much there.
Dude, you couldn't pay this guy enough to not blink for 5 seconds.
We should tweet at him after this.
Choice. It's the Tiger 1.
Oh, shit, man. Oh boy, there's the cuck truck.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, I'm actually really happy.
tank.
I am so happy.
The best.
What, like the looks?
Get ready for artillery spam.
But also,
Are you saying that you're checking out a tank?
have you been?
The Sturm Tiger.
with
That looks
Yeah,
awesome.
but I've never looked at it. I'm like, if I'm on the outside, I'm dying.
I'm
If
glad
on
you
the
think
inside,
I'm a
I'm
tiger,
concentrating.
but
When are
Jesus.
you looking? When are you doing
You
this?
should try third-person camera.
And just run around the tank dying, and everyone's gonna be like, "Who's that guy
Fucking
looking at the
idiot.
tank?"
It's come on, it's beautiful.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, good.
So Andreas is a tank guy. Mr. Battlefield Laws, how about you?
I'm with you, Trevor.
Yeah, you think he's weird? I know. Yeah.
We've been trying to hide it, but now it's out. No, the fact that I'm also a support player. I
Sammy
can't hit
Spiff
ball
on
from
mute.
the inside, so I need the big clips. And for me,
Get
the
laid.
MG42 is really the weapon I play in the playtest.
Right, my man.
It has that iconic sound that you know sends fear.
So if the
all over
MG42 is OP,
And
it's
another
because
part
that
of it
dude.
is the new kind
Oh,
of
hey, yeah.
You know who to tweet
My
at
boy.
God bless. If the MG42 is like a support
Legendary
weapon,
skin.
that's
The guy we want to
yes.
punch in the face, you know.
basically. But this time around, it comes with a punch. So where the pistol gets stuck in the wall, I can rip through. So I can finally make a difference on the battlefield.
Hashtag no
I'm
more
really
knocking.
interested
I
because
like
they
it.
say that like
Pistol.
you'll
Alright,
get
so we've got a
thrown
tank
back
guy,
by like
we've
the
got a
shock wave of
weapons guy,
explosives.
Ryan.
I'm interested to see
Well,
how
so
that
embarrassing
works.
to admit, unlike Lars, I can't hit a barn, period. So for me, it's the toolbox.
That sounds like.
You mean
In
suppression?
Battlefield 1, all players have
I
a
honestly
weapon.
feel like
In
that's going to be a
BF,
really,
5.5, we're gonna
really
replace the
hard
gas mask
thing to
with toolbox.
code.
So
Toolbox.
that means
It's
I
such a
can run around the
difficult thing to
battlefield with my
code,
toolbox, setting
like
up
movement
fortifications
displacement
and,
through
sort
explosions.
of really change
Because then
the
you
dynamic
start
of the
because then
battlefield.
you
So you can
start
create
having
defensive
I can offer
fortifications.
some value.
You
Yeah,
start-
and then like pertaining to like how close you are to the grenade, the more you'll be thrown back. Like that can't
Yeah.
be easy.
But the other thing is that with multiple explosions, you have to calculate.
Alright,
that
hold on,
multiple
hold on.
times.
Guys, talk about new stuff.
It really allows you to sort of, for players who
Let's
want to
go,
play something
boys.
active. I mean, this is something you can sort of pull out your toolbox. You can you build reinforcements. You can reinforce
God,
buildings.
for-
that
Oh,
Andreas
shit.
destroyed with his tank.
Defense.
That's before.
You say we can build fortifications?
Yeah.
Fortnite.
And camp out
told
at
you?
your
Dream, buddy. You
can
Battle
build
Royale,
it,
all
pay both
human.
as attackers.
Boy, man,
Horde
I'm
mode confirmed.
stroking it.
Fortnite Luna's the builder over here.
Is this really everyone in Void watching the trailer?
Damn right.
Too much destruction, too much destruction.
Oh, boy.
I'm Trevor, just watching these people.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
just
had
watching
a lot
and
of
listening to
skilled
everyone
players
talk.
here in the studio.
So how much cringe has Trevor Noah
Sometimes,
caused?
especially when
All
we're
of
testing
it.
kind of-
Not as much as the dude who blinks
We're
every
at like 6
who blinks every
so
second.
far,
The one was
so.
leveled, then you couldn't advance.
And counting.
So basically, this is to counter that and give you an additional kind of toolbox to rebuild. And then you and I can come in as heroes again, and they fortify. We come there and we add an extra heavy machine gun or an AA gun. So it's
So is this fortifications thing supposed to be similar to the
portable AA
CBs of the Navy?
Now that we've learned about the tools, let's hear about the company.
Oh, great.
Here to tell
Fuck
us more,
off.
Please welcome Natalie Eek.
You want to know about the company? It's a bunch of interns jerking each other off
Yeah, I
because
know
Dice
about the
too
company.
lazy to
Fuck
actually
the
do
company.
it themselves.
I like this company.
It's your personal
Gorilla.
collection of customized soldiers, weapons, and vehicles that
Oh,
you
that
tailor
company.
and
Check
build
your
custom.
Yeah.
Personal experience.
Oh, service.
The
Oh,
choices you
wait.
make
What?
here for your company actually matters. Not only will your choices affect the way you look, but also how your weapons and vehicles play.
Artillery truck
And
for the
you
win.
work with your
So
friends.
spe-
Shut up, shut up.
Soldier
Everybody shut up.
That complements the rest of your squad to take on the battle ahead. And during the game, adapt to the change in circumstances by calling your company and bring in the right soldier, weapon, or vehicle to suit your situation. Back to you, Trevor.
Andreas,
Call in the company to bring in the correct soldier? Is this supposed to be like real-time strategy game or something?
No, they want us to have a
You know,
new
I
squad
know from my years
infrastructure
in
or some
Battlefield
form
that
of
the group
command
that
infrastructure
really
so that
plays
when we
together
play, we don't
stays
all
together.
we're not
No, the
because
company
in
is
Battlefield
something
1 we're
that
all
really
subdivided into our squads,
First time
like even as like a group of players playing together. But they want to bring like a group infrastructure to the whole team so that it makes it like more. There's more clarity on what we need to succeed.
So,
Oh, yeah.
And like I think it means like different players are given different roles and shit. Where it's like okay, this guy's good at tanking, so we're gonna give him the tank
Your
class.
support class player you want, and you start playing with that.
I choose submissive.
Soldier, and you start progressing him. You're going to unlock a set of new abilities, new perks, and sort of these new exotic ways to play the game as a support class.
God, I wish they'd quit saying that.
Unlock new weapons for yourself.
All right, trailers in 6 minutes. That's not bad.
We all know the launch date, November.
There's weapon leveling.
You decide, well, I think this needs its own custom paint job, so you sort of make that machine gun.
Oh,
really
custom
make it
paint
your
jobs
own.
too.
Oh, they're
And then you
bringing
go
the
and you grab
workbench.
that sort of iconic
Bro,
support
that was the
outfit
best
you
part
really
of
wanna wear
Hardline.
going into battle. You
No
jump in
kidding.
when
Nah, they're not
something's
gonna
off,
do
you go-
transactions,
No, it's
dude.
funny you brought up
Oh shit!
customization,
Here's the
because
class.
I've always believed in Battlefield the team is important.
There weren't black
But
people in World War II.
MP40 confirmed.
Are you serious?
Please tell me that I can customize my look to be properly badass in the battlefield.
Well, yeah, of course.
What if I don't want to be
With a fucking
badass?
tutu?
Looking good.
Right.
So I think, part of the tactical gameplay that comes with Battlefield, I mean, what we want to do is give
What
you the
if I
ability
want to
create
carry
your own
around a
personal identity.
Calibri?
So, no more anonymous soldiers. This is your soldier.
That's still $2.99
going
for
into
that
battle.
Calibri.
Their own
They're
ways,
Okay, I would-
customize the way
They're
that you
I
they're
would
want it.
actually
suppose-
The
pulling
gear
a
that you
lot
want
of
them to
different
wear.
resources from a
I
lot
mean,
of the
this
previous
is gonna
Battlefield
feel like
games
it's your
because the
own
customization
personal
is like pretty
And
reminiscent
obviously, I want to
of
get as much of that arsenal as I
both
can possibly
Battlefield
get. How do
Hardline
I
and
even begin
Heroes.
getting all of this gear?
You play the game. I mean, for what we want players is you get rewarded.
Okay,
for
keep
playing
in
the game.
mind that Trevor Noah just asked how you get all the customization, and that
Whatever
dude
you
just
want
said
to
you
progress
play the
towards, your
fucking
company,
game.
your class.
So
Yes,
when
that's
it
good.
comes out day
That's
one and
good.
it's all microtransactions, we
Reset
have
out
a
that you always
we
feel
have a,
like
we
We
have a source.
we have a problem.
Yeah.
So you just
I would suppose the closest thing to the Calibri would be the Liberator pistol, which basically I think I think
shut up.
Is this game going to be pay to win?
Yes!
No, you can't pay to get an unfair game advantage
What if
in
I
Battlefield.
have a lot of...
That's horse shit.
Call me.
Horse shit.
So you
Oh, microtransactions confirmed.
So in Battlefield, it's always been about a balanced rock, paper, scissors gameplay, and it still is. You really have to, like Les was saying, you have to play the game to earn new gear, and skill is really key.
EA investors are currently calling them right now.
be one of those games where I have to
And they're
shut up
just like,
because
what do you
I'm
mean
6 months
you
after
can't
I've
buy
played the game.
microtransactions to win the
That's
game?
the fun part of not taking any more of your money as well. But no, there's no more.
Oh.
in this game.
Oh,
Premium
what the
pass.
No.
Yes.
God damn
Yes.
Okay, but now that means microtransactions.
It's the least thing you do.
Fuck.
This is EA.
Yeah, they're like, oh. I just
Oh, they're
can't.
gonna
Wait, no-
fuck you in another way. Don't you
This is
worry.
something the community has asked for. This is
Bro,
something
I'm
the
so
team really believes
disappointed.
in.
Jesus.
So what we want is a game where people
Base
play
game is just gonna be
together, play
$100.
games together,
I
and
like
they get
playing
to go
100.
on this
I
journey
like
through World War
I
II.
like paying $150 so that I can feel like a fucking rich ass king over these peasants.
No more bullshit. No more premium pass.
No, fuck
about what
fuck
happens
this. I want my
after the
premium
game
pass.
launches. So to
I
tell
also
us
want
more
my
about
Ultimate
live service,
Edition.
please welcome Natalie and Daniel.
The launch is really just the beginning. Tides of War is an epic journey that you and your company
for
will
God's
take
sake.
through World War II. It will bring you an evolving, diverse game that will grow over time as we immerse you and your company
They fuck, by
in
the way.
different theaters of war.
The way she looks at him. They
Playing
fuck.
Battlefield
Those-
5
those are some
is an
sexy-ass hips
experience
over there.
unlike any other.
Those are fuck me eyes.
She has
100%.
white ass hips.
Kind of thick.
Oh,
Extra
shit, dude.
thick.
It's open.
Thick confirmed.
Yes, and there will always be
We are
new
literally
battles, new
Twitch chat
fronts,
in
and
Discord
rewards
form.
on the horizon.
Yes.
And by removing Premium Pass,
someone
we are
doing
keeping
it, though.
the community together.
Chat's
Her,
going
her
off.
buttons aren't straight down the center,
Yeah.
not tilted.
Expansion packs.
Well, it's a quick
and
fuck,
What's
all
up
you
with
know?
this knot in the
players
middle
will
of her
take part
shirt?
in
Oh my
the
god,
same
bitch,
journey
learn some
through Battlefield.
fashion.
And with Tides of War,
Not in middle
our
of
players will
shirt?
experience
That's
themed
what I'm saying.
chapters of
Freaking the
World War
shirt's
II,
also an
each
apron
spanning
because
over
she's a
several
female.
months. And these will focus on key moments that influence the
Sure.
outcome of the conflict. Trevor?
This sounds to me like a wild, full ride through World War II, but Lars, like, how big of a journey will this be?
How long is the string? No, I mean, to put it into perspective, this was World War. And I mean, to me, it's going to be a huge journey. I mean, we want to take you on that journey with chapters from the history. And at the end of it, we really want you to be kind of experiences daily, weekly, and monthly events leading up to kind of the pinnacle of the grand operations and experience to achieve those special
Sounds like that's going to be
getting
like the
treated
premier
with extra
game mode, the
rewards.
grand
So
operations.
it is about...
Or for
getting fresh
$10.99,
and
you can
constantly
skip through it all and kill Hitler right
what
away.
we see here
Boy.
days is just the
Now
beginning.
you're thinking.
And as you
That's
play
the
it
EA
through,
spirit.
Oh,
it
for
starts
fuck's
to
sake,
get
live
into
service,
new
really?
horizon, new
Fuck
locations,
you,
new
EA.
gameplay.
Subscription based?
I mean, stick in for the ride.
It sounds like it's going to be one of those experiences.
Live
where
service
the more
means
I play, the more
microtransactions,
cool stuff
great.
I can get.
Well,
I
that's
really
how they
thinking
make
MMO.
money.
Hold on,
hold on.
It's really simple. You just have to play the game to earn new cool gear.
Ooh, that looks
Doesn't
cool.
matter if it's
Oh, you can actually
multiplayer
earn
or
weapons,
combined
okay.
arms.
Where's my
Time
dick?
defense.
Where's the
You
dick
will be able
paint?
to earn new vehicles, new
Soldier
weapons,
skin, weapon
new
skins,
dog
face
tags.
paint.
Microtransactions.
I hope they have. I actually hope they have a Kokloma.
The microtransactions is on the second page that you couldn't see.
Maybe I can get my two-tone golden fucking artillery truck finally.
Yeah.
Well, the game launches in October. So starting November, running through early 2019, we're going to start with our first chapter, which is going to focus on the fall of Europe. So we're gonna explore sort of the German mechanized war machine as it pushes its way into Europe. This is going to be live gameplay focused events. We're going to have
This is
thematic
really
rewards
starting
tied
to
this.
sound like,
You know,
like a
we can't wait to talk to the
subscription-based
community
model,
more
like
about
not
what's
gonna
going on.
lie.
More like an
We need to
MMO
talk.
or some shit like that.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys have
An
definitely
FPS
raised my
MMO,
hopes,
boys. That's my
and I
dream,
think
dude.
we've waited
Games
long
as a
enough.
service.
Actually down.
Games as a
This
service.
is
Oh my
the
God.
most
I hate this
immersive
shit.
battlefield yet in a World War II you have never seen before, where launch is just the beginning of the journey.
So the
I'm
trailer
done
should be
talking.
like
Oh, trailer.
I think it's time.
Everyone be quiet.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Everybody
Everybody
shut the fuck up.
Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, the reveal trailer for Battlefield 5.
I have to mute myself because I'll just start screaming.
All right, everyone is done talking
Shut
now.
the fuck up.
Okay, I have chills going down my spine.
Here we go!
Alright, here's the MG42. This thing better tear ass.
Oh, baby.
Oh my fucking god!
One little burst.
Okay, notice how he hasn't shot the MG stand.
I don't need Pornhub later.
Oh my god!
Jet fighter. No, that was a jet plane.
No, that was a B1 rock.
Holy shit.
There it is, there it is, here it is.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Hello, old friend.
Oh, here's our boy.
Fight pods don't matter.
Oh.
But where are the Russians?
Yeah, but he didn't shoot the MG42 standing up. He kept like sitting on his ass to shoot it every
Yeah.
time.
Like, he kept sitting on his ass.
I started screaming.
Well, when you crouch,
My
Yeah.
desk
I
is
remember-
literally off
Accuracy.
the ground because my dick is
Bro.
jamming into the bottom of it.
Bro,
like
like-
that's how hard I am.
I'm-
right now.
I'm-
They
The
I
started
am
going through
so
the house
happy
and I
that they
was
brought back the slide.
Slide.
They got
Makes me
insurance. That was
jizz.
insane. Do you see that?
Anybody notice the girl had a prosthetic arm?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the katana.
That was
fucking
that was
giant
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The guy that jumped out the window with the katana on his back.
That's all I can say.
This is what happens when you live life in a tank, Andreas. That was exciting. Give it up for that.
I don't want to watch that so many times.
Where's the hype music?
Oh, wow. So wait, so before we go, am I correct in saying there were some new animations, there were some new moves that you could do in the game?
It's gonna feel so good on PC.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know, man. Battlefield 1 was gonna feel so good. And it raped me.
Huge call out.
Helping us to get to this point. I think they are truly amazing. And the fans.
So you can throw grenades back, because that guy did that.
You can probably counter knife too now.
This is really packed with gameplay, and then I mean a lot of this is
Probably counter knife. You can probably throw back live grenades.
Dude, she swatted him in the head with a bat.
There's one who swatted a nade.
I just hope to God that I don't see like fucking purple plaid. Like
well,
Call
there
of Duty.
wasn't a mortar truck, so I'm hopeful.
Where was my telekinetic dynamite?
Well, sorry, Ryan.
Wow, Battlefield 5 launches worldwide on October 19th. In the
So we can all
meantime,
stop watching?
These guys are giving away free
Hi, guys.
expansion packs in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. So just head to battlefield.com for all the details.
Well, fuck us who
And
bought
next
that
up
shit.
is
Fuck
EA
us.
Play on June 9th, where you'll see multiplayer for the very first time. I hope all of
Anything
you
about a
are as
beta?
excited as I am.
Yeah.
Battlefield
They
fans.
sent
To
early
watch that
access
trailer
beta.
again, go to
Maybe-
youtube.com/battlefield.
Maybe
Did you
guys
know
Deluxe Edition gets it 3 days early?
Oh, baby.
Too late, I've already bought
You
it.
guys
What do
ready to
mean?
go stand outside GameStop at midnight, October 18th?
Thank you so much for joining us.
If you bring the tits.
They're gonna fuck this up.
It really does. I will say that it really does sound like a subscription-based model, like an MMO or something like that. It's not likely that they would do it, but it sounds. When I
This
hear
is
live
EA.
service, like how they're doing like the fall of Europe and like when the game launches and then
The
they're gonna
whole
do-
Kind of like a World of Warcraft thing.
Yeah,
the whole
it does
live
with
events.
And the thing is like, you know, everybody knows like if you get rid of the premium pass, you either do microtransactions or a subscription service. So we're gonna see one or the other. It's probably the former. So it's probably gonna be microtransactions, but we'll see.
I have a feeling the microtransactions are only going to be for the face paint, dog tags,
Yeah,
skins,
cosmetic,
emblems.
yep.
It's
I
not
would-
going
I
to
would
be,
hope so.
yeah. So yeah.
Dude, if it's cosmetic, it's okay. I don't
But
care.
all of them should be if they were